Hey y'all! So I'm going to be doing an October preview of what I plan on reading in October. Um, I read about 8 books a month, approximately, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what I'm reading, of course. And I generally like to plan out what I'm reading in advance. I usually only have like the next 3 books planned out, but I think for the future videos, I'll probably have like about 5 planned out. And this time I have more, but that's just kind of a coincidence, really. I like to plan out my books ahead of time because I like trying to vary what I'm reading. I like to also mix up things that I've borrowed from other people to make sure that I read stuff that other people let me borrow. But I also like to read my own books that I'm dying to read, and I like to do a variety of genres. You guys have probably noticed that I do review a really wide variety of genres. There's certain things that I'll be more into at any given time. Like right now, I'm really into YA fiction, but I don't want to just read YA. I don't want to just review YA. I want to read everything. So I purposely force myself to vary things, and I know that sounds weird to say, like, I'm forcing myself, but it's good for myself. So let's start off. First thing I'm going to be reading is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, I believe is his name. It's on my Kindle, so that's for the online book club. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish that, it might take me a while to finish it. We'll see, because it is a long book, and, I'm going to try to space it out a bit. Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. So this one, YA romance. I didn't mention in my haul what it was about. It's basically about a girl named Lola. She wants to be a fashion designer, and then she probably has something for the boy next door. That's my guess. Next will be, let me get this correct. Okay, Feedin Deadline by Mira Grant in honor of Halloween. They're basically zombie novels as far as I know, so pretty excited about that. I think I'll like those. Next I plan on reading is The Endurance by Caroline Alexander. This is one I'm borrowing from my boyfriend's parents. I've had it for a while now, so I'm going to get my butt reading that. And this is a pretty cool book. Nonfiction, it's about a ship in a northern expedition, and I think they get stranded and stuff. There's a lot of, there's pictures and stuff. It's a really giant book, but it's thin and it has pictures, so I'm hoping it won't take too long. But that one looks pretty darn cool. Next one is Poison Study by Maria Snyder. So I got this one for my birthday for my mom. It's one I've been dying to read for a long time. It's basically about a girl who commits a horrible crime, and I think she kills someone. And then she ends up becoming the taste tester for some kind of royal person. So there we go with that. Sounds interesting. And I've been dying to read that. Next, I've got Thread Across the Ocean by John Steele Gordon. So this one is my boyfriend's book. I'm going to borrow that from him. And it's about the laying of the transatlantic cable when they were doing, I think it's telegraphs, correct? So can't wait. I know that's pretty much two nonfiction close together, but I notice I've been really heavy on the fiction, especially fantasy and, like I've mentioned, YA. And I'm not going to stop myself from reading that stuff because I'm into it right now, but I am going to try to vary it. Plus, I love my nonfiction, so got to hit that up. And then the last one I have planned for right now is Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. So I got this in college. I was supposed to read it for a class, and I never did. At least I'm honest, right? I'm actually looking forward to reading that. It's a it sounds pretty interesting. It's about a man who, I guess he's like an angry guy, is what it says, whose life is dominated by fear and anger, and it is written with remarkable economy and subtle irony. So it sounds interesting, and I feel bad for not reading it when I should have actually read it. So I'm gonna read that soon now. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all these books this month. We'll have to see. In the future, I'll probably keep doing these videos, during the new months, and I'll probably only do like 5 because planning out this many books ahead of time is kind of rough. Also, sometimes I change my mind, so you never know. If one of these ends up being really awful, or if it's just not the right time for it, because that does happen to me sometimes. It's a great book, but it's just not the right time. You might not see a review of it, but we'll see. Anyway, hope everyone's doing great.